Fragrance du Bois Sirene has been one of the most popular releases in the past few years, but recently they released Sirene Privee. How are they different and which one is for you? Well, Sirene is a cherry-based fragrance. It opens with cherry, there's pepper. In the mid, there's oud, lactones, and incense. In the dry down, there's benzoin, cypriol, labdanum, and moss. When it opens up, it's so airy, so precise. You can really smell the cherry, and then eventually it becomes very milky from the lactones. And at this phase, it almost reminds me of a Lactamus Caspian cherry, which has cherry and coconut. And this milkiness starts to take over the fragrance, and then it becomes more ambery. And you can almost smell something like root beer deep into the dry down, which is about 12 hours later. But the cherry doesn't last all that long, and it's quite feminine leading. But with Sirene Privee, it opens with blood orange, pink pepper, and nutmeg. And in the mid, it's cherry, cinnamon, and geranium. And in the dry down, it's oak, cypriol, and vetiver. And when it opens up, you can really smell the blood orange, the nutmeg. It's so airy and so fresh. And as it dries down, the cherry starts to take over the fragrance. And it's framed by the cinnamon, by the geranium. And it really is a fresh, bright cherry that lasts forever. And as you go into the dry down, it gets a little bit leathery from the cypriol, a little bit woody from the oak, and a little bit green and almost powdery from the vetiver. It's very beautiful, and it's very unisex and not as sweet and feminine as Sirene. Now, if you're a fan of fragrance-related content, my new novel, The Orphean, came out last year. It's a day in the life of a man's fashion and fragrance influencer on his way to meet his estranged daughter in a very Kafkaesque world. I strongly encourage you to check it out. Thanks for listening. I hope to see you again.